Hey there, good viewers. I hope you guys had an awesome week last week since the last time I saw you. Sorry that I didn't post a video this past week. I just had some time together with my wife to hang out and take a break. But I am back and I'm excited to give some updates from last week. How are you guys doing? Hey there at the Pine Knot Shop. How you doing? Hope you're feeling better. Jeremy, how are you doing? And TR Stags, what's up? How you doing, Rich? That would be awesome if you guys got me some more subscribers. Well, I wrote down a few notes. If we can just dive right in. Before that, let me crack open a LaCroix. Stuff is awesome. Chris, um, you asked, did you get my message about the hats? No, I don't think so. Did you send it to me on Instagram, or did you? Was it a message here last live event? What's up, Second Chance Woodworking? How you doing, my brother from another mother? So I got some news for you guys. I was able to set up on Teespring some hoodies with the Goodview Woodworks logo, and I've been trying to work on some T-shirts, but I wanted to ask you guys which. So on the design, I know you guys wanted possibly a slogan. So I wanted to ask you tonight, which one of the slogans that you've heard me say do you like and should I put on a T-shirt? So you guys can just comment your ideas and we can pick from there. Hey, Crazy Cajun. Um, I'm not sure I understand what you mean by the poster palette wood frame. Thank you. Thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Yeah, if you could be a little bit more specific, maybe I could answer your question a little better. So also, I know, Chris, you're asking about hats. I did. I've been doing some research trying to find a place where we can find some hats, and I think me and my wife found a. We went to. What kind of store is it called, honey?
For what?
What store did we go to this weekend? What was it called?
Hobby Lobby?
No, no, it was one in Gloucester. Oh well. Um, so anyway, it's just a little store where they have all kinds of little odds and ends that they sell, and they had these hats that had a patch on the front. And so what I'm gonna do is probably look them up and see if we can get some Goodview Woodworks hats, more like trucker style hat with a leather patch on it instead. So so that's where we are with the hats. Um, hey there, Richard. I'm glad that you're here too, man. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And Rich, looking forward to t-shirts. It's never cold enough here in South Florida for sweatshirts. Yeah, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Actually, what's the temperature there now? Today it was like 70 degrees here in Virginia. Hey, Chris, can you do me a favor and send me their information on either Facebook or Instagram? And maybe we can, because I don't think I got your message. Maybe I just missed it or something. But if you can send me their information, maybe I can link up with them and get some stuff, get some hat stuff going on. Wow, 79, Rich, that sounds awesome. That is like perfect weather. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a bit of a sissy when it comes to cold weather. I feel like it gets so cold, and it's like, and I think it's 40 degrees, and it's like I think it's freezing cold. Hey, the Pine Knot shop. Do you understand what he's saying? What he's asking? Chris, 29 degrees. Is it 28 degrees? That's that's a little too cold for me. William, a negative 11. That is crazy. So a couple of months ago, I was in Minneapolis, and it was the high was negative 13. And I was working overnight, and I think it got down to like negative 30. It was absolutely ridiculous. William Wackman says use Cintas or Uniform Place. Big catalogs. I got to cut off shirts so my belly can hang out at the bottom. Fit right in Walmart. Woo woo. That's hilarious. Uh, Crazy Cajun. He says, new to woodworking, he has pallets. He needs to make a poster frame for them, needing ideas for the corners, etc. Now, so Crazy Cajun, my wife picked up kind of like a poster frame, and what it was two thin pieces of pallet wood with some magnets on the in between the two pieces, and they clamped together on the top and the bottom, and it held the poster. So that way you wouldn't need any kind of miter saw. Even if you just had a hand saw, you could cut the two pieces, and maybe a drill to glue the magnets in there. So if you can understand what I'm saying. Hey, TR Stags, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Hey, from Massachusetts. Woo woo. Oh, Chris. Yes. Yes, I have. So from the buffet server, I have lots of curly maple cutoffs to turn on the lathe. So I was thinking, I also have some bottle stopper hardware. So I was gonna make bust out a few bottle stoppers if you guys are interested to see something like that. So also, guys, I wanted to give you a quick update on the adoption. I want to thank you guys who have given to our adoption fund. That's really awesome. I put a link down in the comment section. If you guys feel led to donate, that would be awesome. It's a blessing for us. We had a mother had excuse me. So the adoption agency called us and just said that there was a mother looking for placement, and they had a chance to show our books, but we did not get picked. So we are still praying and thanking the Lord for His provision, and also just praying that He would send the right baby to us. So that's an update there. We're really excited for what He has in store for us. Also, underneath in that same comment, I gave a link to the hoodies. If anybody was wanting to buy a hoodie, I put it down there as well. I feel you, Rich. Okay, that's awesome. Sometimes I think about the videos that I post, and really what I want to do is um, make sure I'm posting up content that you guys would either want to see or something that you'd possibly want to try on your own and learn. And I know not everyone has a lathe, so but if you guys are willing to see it, I'll definitely put something up there like that. TR Stags, thanks, man. I appreciate that. That is awesome. Hit me up on the super chat. That blows my mind, brother. Thank you. If you guys saw the the title of the video, I wanted to kind of show you guys one of my favorite tools, and this would be I have a rigid power tool set that is a drill and an impact. And I know a lot of people, they don't really like rigid because it was cheaper back in the day, but I will tell you that they have come up in the world. I just want to pause and Rich, hey man, that means a lot. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Man, got, that got me caught off guard. So, the rigid drill. The reason that I chose rigid was because they were a little bit more on the inexpensive side. I think I got this set for it was on sale on one of the holidays. I think maybe it was Memorial Day weekend, and I think it was like $150 for the drill and the impact together, and 2 batteries and a charger, which is a great deal. I use DeWalt drills at work every day, and I will say that rigid is probably a little bit under the quality of a DeWalt because a DeWalt is more commercial grade. But the reason that I chose rigid was because rigid comes with a lifetime warranty. So as long as you register your tools online, everything is under warranty, including the batteries. And that was like a big reason why I chose that. I also bought, if you guys have seen in my videos, I bought a rigid miter saw too. And the trick to that is just getting everything aligned when you pull it out of the box. But that thing has been awesome. Cut through everything that I've needed it for. I appreciate that, Rich. Thanks again, man. Really means a lot. I just want to show you a few cool things with the rigid drill. I'd say this is probably my favorite thing right here. If you look down at the battery, you press this button, it shows you how much battery life you have. And I know it might be a little cheesy, but sometimes if I haven't picked up my tool in a couple of days, picked up my drill in a couple of days, I can just click that, make sure I don't need to throw it on the battery charger or whatever. And also this one has brushes in it, but they do make a brushless set as well. Also, if you look at the handle, there's a button right here too. You can turn the light on. It has an LED light. You can turn it on to see without using the drill part to turn the light on as well. Hey Jeremy, what's up? Jeremy said I picked up a DeWalt table saw new in the box for $179 during Christmas. That's a great deal. A table saw? What size is it? Tom Lowers. Now, most of the rigid stuff that I've bought has been really awesome. I don't have any experience on a jointer though. I have an old Craftsman jointer. It was probably like made in the early 80s. It's really old, but that thing is, it's like a tank. You can't break it. Hey Andy, how's it going? Sorry I'm getting so close to the screen. Sometimes I can't read the comments when they pop up. Rich says the older the tool, the better it seems. And man, I tell you, you're right because my table saw is an old Grizzly, and now I did have to replace the electric motor that was on it, but I did, and that thing is just a powerhouse. Just cuts through anything that I throw at it. Same thing with that. It's just an old hunk of cast iron. It's just really heavy duty. It's pretty awesome. I think I paid like I don't know. I think it was like $150 for it. Chris Marsh says, "Hey, have you seen where people have connected to battery cables to a car battery and then burn a lightning pattern into wood? Do you know how to do that? And is it safe?" Okay, yes, it's called Lichtenberg, and they sell kits so that you don't have to use car batteries. You can go on Amazon actually and search Lichtenberg burning kit, and it'll show you how to do it. Yes, it's safe if you buy the kit. I wouldn't recommend just grabbing two car batteries because they put out a lot of amperage. One car battery is like 680 amps. So you wouldn't want to just do that randomly. You kind of know what you got to do. And then from what I've seen, you use a baking soda and water solution, brush it on, and that's what gives you the continuity, enough continuity to burn the wood. Jeremy, that's pretty cool. 10-inch compact job site saw. So does that take care of everything that you need to cut? Second Chance Woodworking says Cut Tech makes a nice 8-inch joiner. I'd have to look that up too. Titan Glass 88. You said you use a microwave transformer? That's pretty cool. I'd like to see how you I'd like to see how you put it together. My Instagram is at Goodview Woodworks or Goodview Woodworks on Facebook. I'd like to see some pictures if you're willing to send them to me. That'd be great. And the car batteries didn't work. Yeah, that is that sounds a little sketchy to me because I've seen people weld truck frames with two car batteries in series. Um, William William says brushless is awesome. I bought all DeWalt, uh, 22 batteries and 13 chargers. Wow, that is that's a huge commitment. uh, so Will, you'd prefer using corded tools instead of cordless tools? Hey Jeremy, you say that your garage is a mess, brother. I know exactly what you mean. My organization skills are pretty minimal. My shop is always a mess. TR Stack says I've been thinking about starting my own woodworking channel. What's the hardest part about making videos? I know nothing about it. Well, to be honest with you, the hardest part about making videos is getting a camera presence. So essentially, even now, like now, I'm talking to you guys live, which makes it a little easier. But when I first started, the weirdest part for me was talking to somebody who wasn't there and trying to pretend that they are there. And I guess getting over making mistakes, like me saying or stumbling on my words, because you can always go back and edit that out. So my first few videos, I kind of got stuck on that part. And so if any way I could encourage you would be just to start making videos, start getting used to being behind the camera and listening to the way that you sound to yourself on camera. I know that's a big one. And just start making videos and editing them, and you'll get used to the way you sound. You'll get used to talking in front of a camera. That's really the hardest part to me. And then if you are familiar with anything on the computer, it just takes time to learn a program. I'm on a Mac, so I use iMovie to edit everything that I do. Um, hey, Titan, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I would say another, anybody is wanting to post some woodworking videos. What I do sometimes is I like to watch some other people like Think Media, because if you go to Think Media's channel, he just pretty much goes over how to start a YouTube channel, and he has different tips and strategies to implement to help your YouTube channel grow. I've used some of his stuff too, and I watch him all the time because not only is he has some videos that start the basics, but he kind of works all the way up into like affiliate marketing or kind of whatever your goal is to be on YouTube. So I would recommend him. If you go over to the Think Media channel, you can check some of his stuff out as well. There's a lot of guys in that niche that can help too. So if you have any questions about YouTube channel stuff, feel free to ask me either here or you can send me some messages over either on Instagram or Facebook. So no problem, man. So I would say the one drawback on the Ridgid tools would be that if you guys have used DeWalt, the trigger response on a DeWalt is way better. There's been a couple of times where right when you pull the trigger, it doesn't want to move. I don't know if you can see that. I'm pulling the trigger sometimes and it's not moving. There's like the little spot where it catches, and it's just something you got to get used to. It's great tools. I've never had anything happen to them. I've had them for a couple of years now, and it's just they're different than DeWalt. And like I said before, I just really appreciate that they have a lifetime warranty. I don't have to worry about the batteries, charger, anything. As long as you go on their website and register them with the part number or the model number of your tool, then you can always just send it in. They'll send you a new one back. So that's why I chose Ridgid, because right now I'm not a full-time woodworker. So I don't need DeWalt tools yet. I will say I do have a DeWalt thickness planer, and that thing is pretty beast. Tailgate down. What do you mean they're very proud of their tools? Are you hating on DeWalt stuff? Oh, they're expensive? Really? Well, I guess maybe I caught them when they weren't so expensive. I know they were a little less than DeWalt stuff. So, hey William, what do you mean by 735X? So, John C asks, what is my full-time job? So I don't know if you can see on my shirt and my hat. I work for a contractor for the railroad, and I'm a wireman. I wire the control houses that operate track switches and signals and things on the railroad. The Pine Knot Shop says, I have a DeWalt that's older than a lot of you guys and still running well. How old is it? Hey Patrick, what's up, man? How long you been on here? Patrick says he just bought some Ridgid tools. He got the multi-tool with the different head types. You know, I need to get a multi-tool. As a matter of fact, my wife just had me glue together part of this. What's it called?
Secretariat.
It's this old secretariat that she got from her grandmother, and the wood had dried out and warped, and it had busted into a couple of pieces, and we got it all glued back together. But there is a mirror that sits on top of it, and it doesn't fit perfectly in there, so I have to take a multi-tool and flatten part of the back of it so the frame of the mirror sits in there perfectly. So we're almost done getting the Secretariat glued back together. I know my wife will be happy when that happens. She said, mm-hmm. I'll get it done soon. Yeah, John, see, it is pretty interesting. You know, I went to school to learn, I went to NASCAR Technical Institute to learn how to work on cars, and now I'm working with trains. So it's actually pretty cool how life turns out. Rich says, I have a railroad track anvil and lots of spikes to bang on. Get you some. Yeah. Well, I've also found some spikes and stuff working by the railroad, so I have a few of them in my shop as well. Andy says, I need to buy tools. I'm not at all good at building or making things, but watching your vids makes me want to start making stuff. You know what? I wasn't good at one point too, you know, and I'm not great by any means. But hey, Andy, if I could tell you anything, it'd be like just go in there and start trying. You never know what you'll pop out of there. Um, I think it's fun sometimes. Even there's been a few things where I've messed up time and time again, but there's no better way to learn than to mess up. Tailgate Down says, "What about your mom's buffet?" Well, good news is I've been working on that. I literally have to glue the doors together. I've made all the frames for the shaker doors, so they just need to be glued together. Once they're done, all I have to do is sand and stain and finish. So I'm getting really close to the end of my mom's buffet. You'll have to tell her I said so. uh, you're still, yeah. Well, Patrick's right. I am still a gearhead on the side. Cliff, hey yo, girl, what's up? uh, Chris makes a good point. Yeah, Andy, just mess up on cheap wood. You don't want to go buying exotic woods, and then waste a bunch of money when you mess up. I've been there, done that. Um, what's up, Nathan? Cliff Nelson says, Nathan, tell us a funny joke. I don't think I know any. So, sorry. Chris Marr says, have you made your waterfall table yet? So, I have all the lumber. No, I have not made it. And the reason is I want the waterfall table is going to be the giveaway table. And I wanted to make sure that I have all of the legal stuff sorted out before I start working on that, because, that's something I want to give away to you guys. And if I have it made and then I can't give it away, I think that'll be even worse. Nathan says, why do divers fall backwards out of the boat when they go diving? Why is that, Nathan? Now I'm curious to see what the answer is going to be. Oh, okay. That's pretty clever. It said if they fell forward, they'll fall in the boat. You hear that, honey?
Yeah.
Uh, Aaron laughed a little bit. I know. Chris says, isn't it odd that there's legal stuff involved when giving away something? Yes, and it's crazy. So essentially, what needs to happen is there are just a few things. Legally, they have to know how much the piece is worth because taxes have to be paid, and also in the state of Virginia, gambling is illegal, and they consider a sweepstakes, somewhere that you vote and send in. They consider that a type of a lottery. So I have to make sure that there's free ways to to enter, that you don't have to do something to have a chance to win. No purchase necessary. I got to make sure all that's together before I can start giving things away. So I just want to make sure I check all my bases before I start doing a giveaway, because I really would like to give back to you guys. You guys have supported me, and so I would like to, share my thanks by giving away something. Patrick, who's Liff? All right, guys. So that's about it. I wanted to extend the question one more time with the t-shirts. What slogan, if you could just leave a comment really quickly, what slogan would you like to be on the back of the t-shirts? On the front of the t-shirt, I'm going to put Goodview Woodworks logo, and then on the back, I want to put a slogan and something I've said in other videos. So if you guys if you guys like something I've said in some of the videos, let me know what I should put on the back of the shirt. Rich, that's a good idea. Tailgate down, got wood. You know, I could put that, but I don't know if I should put that on the back of my t-shirt. Second Chance Woodworking says, what are they? I got a whole bunch of them in some of my other videos. One of them, I remember when I reached 500 subscribers, I said, 500? That's smaller than a tick turd. So smaller than a tick turd would be something that we could put on the back. Hey, Cliff, I see you there. Let's come get some good wood. Y'all, you know, I don't know what you're trying there, but Patrick says, yeah, buddy, sounds dope. Get a goat and rotate. You know, get a goat and rotate. That's a pretty good one. I may put that on the back.
Yeah, you can do that one.
Aaron, there's a vote from Aaron that says, get a goat and rotate.
Can you say that even when you're not on camera?
Hey, Jeremy, I appreciate that. Yeah, so you guys, I'm going to close up for tonight. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming to hang out with me tonight on Tuesday at 7:15. Remember, we're going to go live every Tuesday at 7:15 Eastern Standard Time, 7:15 p.m. And so I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go watch some TV with Aaron and hang out for a little bit and chill before we go to bed. So, guys, like always, thanks for hanging out with me, and we will see you next Tuesday.